Dreams aren't magic tricks, they are blueprints. This is the Thoughts Become Things podcast, where we open the doors to that blueprint and desire to break poverty. Join Moses B. Arthur, the dreamer, the doer, the guy who builds systems from scratch. We are talking business, personal growth, spirituality, the whole shebang. Forget stuffy suits and boring lectures. This is about real talk, actionable steps, and a healthy dose of love and light to fuel your fire. Remember, it shall never be well with poverty, so get ready to turn those what ifs into oh yeah. Let's go.
Welcome to another episode of the Thought Become Things podcast with MBA. Today I want to talk to you guys about Clash of the Titans. Clash of the Titans. If you're very close to me, one of the things you know is that I love Greek mythological movies because they teach a lot about life and they teach so many perspectives to do in this thing called life. And so if you haven't watched Clash of the Titans, maybe after this episode, you want to take time off and go look for the movie Clash of the Titans and just learn and just watch, and you'll be able to appreciate some of the things that I'm about to share with you. There comes a point in every man's life where he must face a very defining moment. I call it a clash, a collision, a confrontation. What's this clash? What's this collision? What's this confrontation? It's between who he is and who he was born to become. A moment where destiny calls, but sometimes fear screams louder. This is the moment that I call Clash of the Titans. And no, I'm not just talking about the movie alone, but I'm talking about life as in real life. But let's begin from the movie because that's where this inspiration is coming from. In the film Clash of the Titans, we follow the story of a young man called Perseus, who is a demigod. And when we say a demigod, we're basically saying somebody who is born of a divine seed, but he is raised amongst men. And so Perseus is caught between two worlds. He's not fully God. And when I say God, I do not mean capital G, just a small g. So he's not fully God, not entirely is he also human. And one of the things that comes with his personality is that he's misunderstood, he's underestimated, and he's thrust into a war that he never asked for. But what makes his story timeless isn't the special effects or, for me, the mythical or the mythological drama that comes with it. It's the spiritual truth hidden in plain sight, which is the fact that every man who carries greatness will face a moment where he must rise beyond his limitations and confront the giants within him and without. So we all have our titans. They are the fears we inherited, the systems that suppress us. They are the patterns that pursue us, the trauma that shapes us, the doubts that whisper, you are not enough. And the longer you carry divine DNA, the more inevitable the clash becomes. Perseus was unaware of his power until pressure forced it out of him. And it isn't that how life works? Because if you think about it, Perseus was never unaware of his power until pressure forced it out of him. And if you think about it, isn't that how life works for all of us? Because pressure is often the furnace where our identities are forged, which is the reason why I speak to a lot of young people and I say, don't run away from the pressures of life. Run into them, face them headstrong. Because warfare is often the womb where warriors are born. And so people are celebrated the moment there's warfare and they come out victorious. And if you think about it, because there are always perspectives to these things, you would know that the greater your calling, the more violent your confrontation. The greater your calling, the more violent your confrontation. And so in life, one of the things that I have settled with me is that those who dare to shift the course of history must first conquer the monsters inside before they can defeat the systems outside. I take it again. In life, one of the things that I have learned is that those who dare to shift and change the course of history must first conquer the monsters on their inside before they can defeat the systems outside. I had to conquer monsters on my inside if I had wanted to do the UPSA auditorium event, because there will always be that thing of you cannot do it. But you have to conquer it inside of you and let there be a quiet and a peace inside of you before you come out to defeat the systems outside. The Clash of the Titans movie isn't just about gods fighting gods like a lot of people will glean from. For me, every time I've watched that movie, and I think I've watched it about 10 times growing up as a young man, I have always gleaned different perspectives. For me, it's about every man battling doubt. It's about every man battling trauma, battling fear, and generational ceilings just to take one step forward in purpose. And biblically, if you look at your Bible very well, this aligns closely with David and Goliath. David is a shepherd boy. He's anointed, but he's unknown. Goliath is a titan of intimidation. When David faced Goliath, it wasn't just a battle. It was a clash between identities. One rooted in appearance, the other person rooted in assignment. And so Goliath is rooted in appearance, but David is rooted in assignment. And just like Perseus, David didn't look like a warrior. So if you've watched Clash of the Titans or you are yet to actually watch it, you will notice that Perseus didn't look like a warrior at all. But he had something the giants didn't have, a divine mandate and the audacity to act on it. That was what separated David. David had a divine mandate and then he had the audacity to act on it. Sometimes in life, that is all you need. Somebody is probably confused. Let me bring this home some more. We all face moments in life where we must decide. Do I step into my calling or shrink back into my comfort zone? Do I fight for what I was born for or settle for what I have been given? Do I rise? Do I retreat? Because whether you realize it or not, you are in a clash. You are in a clash between purpose and passivity. You are in a clash between destiny and distraction. You are in a clash between discipline and desire. You are in a clash between who you are and who you were told to be. The Titans may wear many faces, but their strategy is always the same: to intimidate you out of your becoming. So for loads of you, there are things that intimidate you out of your becoming. There are things that startle you out of your becoming. There are things that you are so afraid of, for which reason you cannot step out there in confidence, in audacity, to become all that you were meant to be. But the truth is that you were born for the battle. The truth is that there's a divine strength in your spirit that I wish you would spend time to harness so that you can actually win. The truth is that the storm isn't proof that God has abandoned you. The storm is proof that you carry something the enemy fears. But my question to you, if you're listening to me up until this point and from whichever part of the world, is that will you fight? Will you fight? In the Clash of the Titans movie, you'll notice that Perseus had to make peace with the part of him that he didn't understand, which was his divine identity, the demigod pit of him. He didn't understand it. And when he did, he found the power to slay what seemed unkillable. The same goes for you. You must accept the divine in you. You must awaken the calling inside of you. You must embrace the warfare as a sign of your worth, because the future doesn't belong to those who shrink. It belongs to those who show up, which is why I love men who show up irrespective of what is happening in their lives. The future belongs to those who walk into the arena knowing they may bleed, but choosing to swing anyway. And which is why I call myself the man in the arena, because I do not want my soul to be part of the timid souls who neither know victory or neither know joy because they never stepped out to do something great for themselves. The future belongs to those who choose to clash over comfort, those who stop running from their giants and start running at them like David did. And so let me say this clearly to you today, that you are in a clash of the titans. But the truth is that you are not alone. And whether you are conscious of it or not, life itself will always program you in such a way that you are always fighting something. That's how come I said you are in a clash of the titans. This time around, not the Perseus one. This time around, not the one we've watched in our movies, but the one that is happening every single day in your life. But I want to assure you that you are not alone. I want to assure you that heaven backs you. I want to make you understand that purpose calls you. And the beautiful thing again is that destiny waits on the other side of the decision that you choose to make. And so if you will rise and you will fight, if you will believe again, one of the things that I can guarantee you with is that you will see the titans, just like Goliath, fall. And so I hope this has blessed you. Share to bless someone. Have a blessed day.
That is another episode down. Remember, dreams aren't wishes. They are seeds you have to plant, water, and nurture. Take today's golden nuggets of wisdom, sprinkle them with your hustle, and watch your garden of greatness bloom. Share your thoughts. Connect with MBA on all social media at the Moses Author. Don't forget to dream, dare, do, and remember, love and light are your superpowers. Until next time, go out there and turn those thoughts into things.